Hello and welcome back to more Algomancy Cube Draft. Here's the truth. I'm attempting to eat ice cream out of a bowl while recording, so we'll see what happens. um, if anything weird happens, I'm just going to blame it on the ice cream. That's the truth. Okay, welcome. If you're new to the game, Algomancy is a game you can play a bunch of different ways. Cube Draft is just one of them, and it's a ton of fun. I'll do my best to hover over the cards so you can see what we're doing. Early on, I really like staying open sometimes, although you can also just take a card you really like and try and build around it. Because there's nothing that like really calls out to me as being, this is a good card to stay flexible. I really like Volatile Toxicity. I also really like Auric Ascendant. Haven't played with this card in a while, so I want to try it. Okay, we are in for. Okay, first we'll start with this. So this you can use once per turn. That's what the 1x is. And for 1 mana, you can recall another ally. And this gains flying and +2/+0 until regroup. So this can protect your other units. And then this gets flying. And the best part is recalling another ally is like an additional cost to the ability. So you can re-trigger effects like Swirling Shard Form. When it spawns, make 2 shards. So you play this, make 2 shards, recall it, play it again, make 2 shards. This is one of the few recall effects you can actually use in deployment to get your stuff back. So you could even, like the same turn, play this, bounce something, play something else. This becomes a 4/1 flyer, and you can then use it the following turn because stat changes go away during deployment or regroup, but this you use in deployment and regroup happens after the next battle. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. Adversary of the Deep is also kind of spicy. Dreadwave Devourer is very good though, and I think that's going to be my pickup here. It's puts us more in the direction of the bounce deck because Dreadwave Devourer is a spell unit, which means it's a spell when you play it, and if the spell resolves, you'll get the unit. So very different than how it works in Magic the Gathering, where most creatures have enter the battlefield effects. This is a spell first, and then as part of the resolution, it comes into play. So like if they negate the negation effect, the whole thing goes away. So it's high risk, high reward in a sense. I could just take all of the hybrid cards dematerialize, kind of cement ourselves into this element pairing. It's a good card. Negates an effect, makes their opponent glimpse 3, so they reveal the top 3 cards of the deck and they can play 1 until regroup. Which doesn't matter so much if you're in the middle of a counter, if you use this like to win the last bit of a counter war. So let's take it. Other good option. I mean, there's a lot of good cards in this pack. Let's be honest. All the cards in the game are good, so it's hard to go wrong here. But pretty happy with the dematerialize. This is a good sign. Whenever you play a non-token spell, create an XX unit where X is the spell's cost. So, if we played Dreadwave Devourer, this is a spell unit. So this would give us a 6/6 if we played it with Arcane Concentrator out. Kind of broken. I'm also tempted to go Refuge Reclaimer because whenever another unit dies, put a counter on me. The other thing we could do is take Growing Plague. When it spawns, you draw a card, and when it despawns, each other player draws 2 cards. But the thing we can do is play this, draw a card. When it despawns, that's region specific. So if there's nobody else in the region, nobody else will draw a card. That during deployment, there's no opponents in the region. So you can Auric Ascendant to bounce the Growing Plague and get it back. Kind of cool. I'm leaning towards Arcane Concentrator though because it's so good with everything else we have. That's just like a fun option. Pile of Runes is also really good. When it despawns, you make a Crystal X Rex as a defense. That could be like a Crystal 3. And Crystal puts X counters on something. So that card just boosts your team very quickly. It's a very good card. Okay. A lot of cool stuff. I like Unstable Singularity. Just when I die, delete target unit. No nonsense, pretty good. Torrential Reclamation's very, very, very strong. It recalls stuff and then makes people sacrifice stuff for each thing that got recalled. So it's like plays around effects from the opponent, kills stuff. Really, it just kind of does all the stuff you want, which is really fun. Upheaval, again, recalls things. So if we have a lot of stuff we want to like enter the battlefield, cause an effect, this card's really cool for that. I think Singularity is the safest, and it is like just pretty decent removal, so I'm gonna take that. Okay. Monke is great. Actually really good with Auric Ascendant because you can keep bouncing it. If I spawned this turn, so it's a static effect with a conditional, which is if it spawned this turn, and then the static is other units lose all attributes and abilities. So it's not like when I spawn, they lose it. So it doesn't matter, timing wise. If this is in play, stuff just has no abilities. And then we could turn it off and on with our own Auric Ascendant, which is kind of awesome. So I'm going to take that. I like Containment Protocol and all these other things, but this card has so many uses. It's insane, and it's really nice to be able to make it work with everything we have going on. I love Tides of the Cosmos. We have Arcane Concentrator. I've been down this rabbit hole before, and I'm not saying no this time. We'll take that. Demon of the Depths is very interesting. It's when one of your units despawns, it does 1 damage to anything. So if we have Auric Ascendant, for example, this recalls in a unit. Despawn is just leaves play for any reason. So recall would do that. So this kind of turns this into 1 mana shoot something, which is kind of cool. Whispering Mantid is also fine. It just, 1 mana 3/2 hits in. Pretty nice, but I'm gonna try out this Demon of the Depths here. See what that's all about. Okay. So I can go Ephemeral Skywalker if I want some evasion. I could take Manufacture, which just makes a ton of robots. Ore Block, not doing that. Shard Form, I can go. Dispatch Courier. The problem with these is they're another affinity, which puts you further into an element. I think I'm just going to take this Skywalker. No, I'll take the metal card. Oh, immediate regret. Well, maybe. Maybe not. These are all double fire, and I could just pick up a formless. This also has flying. When I attack or block, target unit becomes base 4/4 and loses all attributes until regroup. So really good with robots specifically, because like a robot 3 is a 0/0 unit with 3+1/+1 counters on it. So formless can turn it into a base 4/4, and that just makes it like a 7/7, which is quite sick. So we'll take that. Be pretty happy about it. Refuge Reclaimer comes around. I don't have a ton of removal is like the biggest caution with this, but it's still like just a beautiful card. Growing Plague has some utility, but we'll take the Reclaimer, cut metal more. Soul Reaver. Remove counters for me, does X damage. I mean, with Refuge Reclaimer, we can kind of go off. So let's do that. That's actually a really cool combo, right? This, whenever unit dies, put a counter on me. And then this is remove counters for me to kill something. So you can kill a bunch of 1/1s this way. I'll take a Containment Protocol here. So I'm probably not going into red fire. Boreal Wanderer, I like that actually. Oh, this card going last pick, what are you guys doing? This card's insane, by the way. Sack a unit to make a Poison X and Fireball X, where X is the defense of the sacrifice unit. I mean, they try and kill your thing. In response, you Volatile Toxicity. You get a Fireball and a Poison. And the thing about those is spell tokens in Algomancy, Fireball and Poison, they have the burst attribute, which says you have to cast all the same spell tokens with the same name at the same time. But Poison and Fireball are different names. So you get like 2 different like opportunities to interact with the stack. It's very sick. Okay, this pack, looking at Tidal Reversion, that does quite a lot of the things that I want. Ancient One, beautiful card. Tide Lurker, whenever players dealt combat damage, make it 2/2. We are looking a little more controlling than that. So Tidal Reversion's good with Monke, good with Dreadwave. So we don't have a ton of things to bounce yet. Brip is okay. You can like take a card from someone's hand and get stuff out of it. The utility of this is you get to see their hand more than anything, I think. I'll take the Tidal Reversion though. It is likely to be good eventually. Here, Transmutite Enigma. Whenever another ally spawns during battle, double its power or defense until regroup. Really good with like ambush stuff, token production. Quite nice with Boreal Wanderer when another ally spawns during battle, trigger. So some synergy there. I think I'm gonna take the cheap removal. I have a lot of 3s. This is a card that's really good on turn 2. And it's really nice to have a play that you can make and then also have a 3-drop. So for curve considerations, I think I'm gonna take this. Given the way the draft is going, I think this thing's likely to wheel, and it's really good. It's a 4-mana 5/4 with some like substantial upside. Imagine you have this in play, and then you play Dreadwave Devour, negate their effect. This spawns double its power. It's a 12/4. It's not bad. Yes, they kind of know about it, but it's hard to play around. This card's very strong. End this battle, erase this spell. Simple as that. Pretty happy about that. I mean, I would like Lonely Forager, Tidal Menace, Gale Rider, or Bloated Manabub, but the interaction we have. Oh, okay. This is one of the better interaction spells in the game. Target opponent negates an effect they control. So it's like an edict effect that makes them sacrifice something, but in counter magic form. And you have to uh, play around this proactively because it's always like if something's at the bottom of the stack, you can't really get around it. So you need to sequence to beat it, if that makes sense. Like if you have something you really want to resolve, you play a fireball, and then in response to that fireball, play the thing you want to resolve. And then this doesn't work. This is also really bad mid like counter war because there's a bunch of stuff on the stack, and then this can't counter anything specific. But it's very good. I will take this card. Okay, Xenopod Progenitor, I like a lot. This card just goes hard. It makes 2/2s. If you have what's his face, the thing that doubles their stats when they spawn, it's very good. Perish is good control. Like each player sacrifices half their units rounded up. Not bad. We could take Automaton out of Abundance, which is really good with Manufacture, and that's about it. But honestly, not that bad. But I like the Progenitor, and I've taken it a couple times and have yet to make it work. So hopefully today is the day we make it work. I do love a Spawn Tender. Cosmic Reversal, sort of, I mean, pretty good with Dreadwave Devourer specifically. I like Download too. Stealing tokens, like this little bit of interaction is really nice. But I think Spawn Tender plus Arcane Concentrator is too good to pass up on here. We're playing, oh my goodness. Borrower of Forms, another spell unit, costs 7, erases something, steals their abilities. Living Forge is also very reasonable. Just 3 mana, make a robot. That's all it does. This could protect us if our opponent has a lot of anti-spell tech, because everything in our deck is spells. So I love this card. I think it's really good, but it's risky to put all of your eggs into the same card type basket, because there's stuff that's like counter the first spell that gets played, and now if all your spells cost 8, you just can't do anything. So we're going to play around that as best we can by taking this. That way we could just build up our board in situations like that. Brip is sort of an answer to things like that too, because you can steal it from their hand before they can play it. This card's actually pretty funny with if we get the thing that doubles stats, because you can like play Spawn Tender, make it into a 16 like power, give it piercing and go crazy. But I'll take Brip. I think like wait, someone took that card. That's not good. There's no bots in the draft either. Okay, someone's cutting us. We will take an invasive species, I guess. It's okay. I wanted that card actually, but we can live without it. It's mostly just scary that someone else took a water metal card because I thought we were pretty open. Okay. Yeah, it must have been a mispick or something. Gale Rider Eel versus Lonely Forager. So Forager is good because it draws a card. Gale Rider Eel is good. Let's see, what do I have with Graft? Overwhelm, Boreal Wanderer, Brip. Oh, yeah, I have some good Graft stuff. Let's put this. Just hitting for damage is often quite strong. Foretell we can Glimpse, which is actually a little bit awkward with so many expensive cards, because Glimpse reveals a card and then you can play it until regroup, until end of turn, basically. So if you like Glimpse and you have 5 mana up and you hit an 8-drop, you just can't play it. So I will take the reassignment here. Yeah, Cosmic Conspirator plus Living Forge is somewhat of a combo. This basically says if you would make a robot, poison, crystal, or fireball, you can choose something else to make instead. So instead of making a robot 2, I could make a fireball 2, I can make a poison 2, things like that. This card is a pretty good graft. When I tag or block, 3 mana 06, damages each player equal to the number of cards in their hand. Pretty solid. Especially if I, start recalling things to players' hands, stuff like that. Take this. Last pick, All-Consuming Blight. You could say wood is open, and you'd probably be correct. I will take a Channeled Amalgam. When you play a non-token spell, put X counters on me, or X's that spells cost. We have 7, 6, 8, 6. This card's gonna get huge. Suppression Field is very good. Just negates all effects, and like if you graft a bunch of stuff onto something, it removes those too. And Unmake is just good, cheap removal, which we don't really have. But I'm hoping it comes around because Channel Amalgam is so good in the deck. Okay. I really want to Echo of Despair some people. After combat, if a player lost life in this battle, create a copy of me. It's very risky, but it's very fun. Hooba Bot versus Construct Overseer. I think Hooba Bot's pretty sick. Just bops in attacking, making tokens. We have a lot of 3s, so actually, wait a second. Our 2 situation is pretty tenuous. I should have taken this. Because you really would like to play something on turn 1. It's not mandatory. I've won plenty of games where you don't do it, but it's nice when you can. Okay. Shoreline Spectre is good with Monke, Grip kind of, Xenopod Progenitor to some effect. It is sort of negative tempo. Power Forge Synergist. Wait a second. When I despawn, this is when I die. Play this, bounce it, move the counters. Wait, that's so sick. That's a combat trick. We're taking it. Okay. Wow, this pack is loaded. I would take this. I'd be happy with all of them. Recall is just kind of consistently one of the stronger cards in this pairing. Pile of Rubbish is good. We don't have a sack outlet yet. So I'm kind of leaning away from that. Trashling is great. Unaware is... It's hard to overstate how strong this is. So I like that. Slink, gets it for damage. This has evasive. Steals things from their bin into your hand. Null Drone can counter a lot of stuff and we can bounce it. The problem with Null Drone is we don't have a good way to deal damage to opponents yet. Recall would help with that. So I think we take Recall and try and wield a Null Drone if possible. This could be a Vaporwave Eidolon deck, to be honest. 3 mana Recall Me. So we could put Recall on it, Overwhelm, Boreal Wanderer. Singularity is probably the best one. Yeah, it's not that great, actually. Tidewinter Initiate's cute. You can, bop it into play. Scavenging Sentry is the sacrifice outlet, but we don't have, a lot of things that combo with that. Reforge the Dead is fine. We don't have a ton of tokens, though, so this actually isn't even that good for us either. I think... Take the Eidolon. I'm not exactly sure with that pick. Ooh, Body Swap is wow. So many of these packs, the way they shaped out is pretty unfortunate for me because I wanted all of them. A lot of good cards here. Body Swap, I think this card's actually very good. Especially if you have some big units. And also ones in this deck are quite nice with all the stuff we have going on. Rider of the Tides is also pretty good. Whenever a card enters a player's hand during battle, it gets +2/+2, so triggers off Brip. Tidal Reversion, Recall, Vaporwave Eidolon can trigger it. Actually, I'm going to take this card. This card's very good. Just gets huge. Deformant kills tokens, which my deck currently does struggle with. Omnibeel's Evoker is cute, but I actually have Living Forge, Xenopod. I have a good late game plan, so this will be dead most of the time. This is interaction that in some matchups will be huge, and sometimes I just won't play it, and I think that's totally fine. This is great interaction. I will take that. Passing on some awesome cards here. Luxmorph. Not really playing any of these. Luxmorph. If we were using sideboards in this match, I guess I would take that. Okay. Null Drone versus Slink. Oh, this is hard. I think it's probably gonna be hard to hit with a Slink. But if you play it early, I'm going to try the Slink here. If you play the Slink early, I have 2 things that can fly. This and Formless. Oh, actually 3 with the Auric Ascendant too. So pretty happy about that. I don't think this is a Scavenging Sentry deck. I have to make 3 more cuts actually. So we definitely got everything we wanted. Hoopa Bot is good value, but doesn't exactly synergize with the rest of the deck. This could actually be a Riftwalker deck. Is this a Riftwalker deck? Riftwalker plus Slink. Force the Slink to be unblocked. It's interesting. Okay. So we were definitely fighting over some elements, but I'm really happy with where I ended up. I think probably metal wood is where I was supposed to end up. Soul Raver is cool, but I think we didn't quite get there on the robot stuff. I could be wrong. I'm also a little bit suspicious of Boreal Wanderer. I mean, the graft effect to just do 2 damage to any opponent is good, but the things that can trigger it are Rip. Okay, I'm sold. There's like very few. I guess Living Forge and Xenopod both trigger it, but it's kind of weird that 4 drops have to trigger your 2 drop. I could just cut it and not have to worry about that. I could cut Cosmic Conspirator. I basically only have 2 things that make robots, so I know this combo's sick, but this card's also just good on its own. So I don't really want to like win more cards. Suppression Field, Rider, Overwhelm, Recall, Refuse. I could see cutting Refuse Reclaimer and running Hooba Bot instead. Because this deck has more recalls than it does have like stuff that kills things. So even though this card is crazy, I just don't know. Like, I could run this combo, Sentry, Refuse, but I think I have better stuff to do, to be honest. Just a bunch of cheap interaction and some really spicy things. Sweet. Okay, that's the deck. See you all in the game. Okay, I'm here for a cube game against Shady Shores. And see how it goes. Good luck. Uh would you want odd or even for the roll for initiative?
I'll take odd.
Okay. Roll
It's gonna be a
4.
5. Never
I will
mind.
take it. And yeah, let's get to it. Okay. Starting hit size is 8. These spawn dormant technically. And we have no turn 1 play. I love that. That is the downside of this deck. Very slow. Okay, so no turn 1 play is interesting because we can plan around this. I think the best way to probably get back into this would be an Arcane Concentrator turn 2 or an Astral Tide Wraith. Formless gets quite a bit worse when you're not being aggressive. And same with Gale Rider Eel, I think. So I want to bottom those 2. Cool. I'm ready when you are.
Yep, sorry, I was just looking at your picks. Open deck lists are awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm gonna go double earth.
Okay, I'm going a single metal.
See what your play is.
No haste for me.
No haste here either.
No turn 1 play for me.
I don't think I can let that slide over here. I will go. Which one of them? I'll start with the Kaiden Shredder.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, your initiative.
All right, let's kick it.
Okay, so I'm definitely down on tempo. I do have Tidal Reversion and Temporal Rift and Overwhelm. All great cards at like re-establishing myself. Even Unstable Singularity is actually pretty nice. So not feeling too bad. Rip being unable to block isn't great, but it is a spell that I can play to trigger the Concentrator. So I like it for that reason.
So Meteor Shower and Interdiction Rift.
I can counter the triggered ability of Meteor Shower to make it just do it once. No, because you would get to choose.
Yeah.
So you can, yeah, you will always be able to get at least 2 out there, I think.
Got it. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
It does say copy me, and I know we go off last known information. So
Yeah.
that's where I always get confused.
Yeah, the copies will still resolve if the original gets negated. Okay, I need to pitch quite a few cards here. I want this. This I like, but it is a little awkward because it requires targeting each, so I guess I will pitch that for that reason. Hoobabot's cool, but he's a little bit
4.
weak. And I want to go into water, which I guess is the downside of starting with metal. because now I have to pitch more this turn. I have less information. I might just bottom Monkey, and then the last card to bottom. I think this card's gonna keep me alive. Tide Wraith is just huge and really good with Singularity. I'm gonna bottom the Brip. Okay, I'm bottoming 4 as well.
So what's your opinion on Unmake as a card?
I think it's really good, but not like. I mean, I take it pretty highly, but it doesn't kill like the things that you're like super scared of.
Yeah.
So I
Would you
think
rate
it's
it like B's or A's or S's?
like high B, low A probably. I mean, honestly, there's very few removal spells I would rate below B. So
That's fair.
at least the
Hard removal ones?
like yeah, the battle speed spells like scrap for parts, things like that, are more situational and harder to make work, but it can be good.
That's fair.
Or like body swap even. Like that card's insane when you make it work, but
Oh, body swap I rate like 6 tiers above freaking Unmake.
yeah, it just depends on like
Because if you're taking body swap, obviously you got the robots too.
yeah, that's yeah, sort of the situation. Okay, I am ready.
Alright, I'm ready to deal 2 damage to your face, unless you have haste.
I have no haste.
Yeah.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Recall me. I dare you.
I'm gonna attempt to overwhelm it.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think.
I'll
Okay,
take 1 for 1.
deployment.
I'll be going Aether Channeler
Okay.
plus Graxlid.
Hey, there's some stuff happening here.
Yeah.
I will be arcane concentrating.
Tortuga!
Yeah,
Woo!
for those watching, Shady's been playing for it's been like 3 years now, I think, at this
Oh
point.
yeah.
So Shady was around for all of the old cards, and when the cards looked like this, um, like all the old cards are on the backs of the new updated arts. So Shady was around playing for those, and this card used to be named Tortuga, and it had very weird art.
It was kind of a turtle if you squinted.
Yeah, it
Alright,
was it was something.
let's kick it.
Take this.
Oh, I might be able to do some dirty stuff.
I'm excited.
I'm happy about this. I'm very happy.
I'm scared of
I'm
what he's
so
gonna
sad I didn't
do.
get piercing, man. I could have had a turn 3 kill that would shake the heavens.
I'm, now I'm particularly scared. So
You don't have to be that scared anymore. I don't got the piercing, so as
got it.
long as you got blocker, you're fine.
I got the Tortuga.
Oh yeah, Tortuga's great. He comes with friends.
Um, okay, we need to make some things here. This card is good if I have a way to recall it, but I don't currently, and I don't think I have time to wait around for that.
Fifth. Yeah,
This
he
card
does.
is similar, and I need to pitch one more for mana, and it's probably the Progenitor because of how weird it is with my mana. Because if I Temporal Rift, I can then channel Amalgam, and if I don't, I
I've
can
been
go Tide
playing
Wraith
this game way
Singularity.
too long, man. I already thought through every single way this could go wrong.
A good
Well,
place to
actually,
be.
I'm only sad about like 3 of these. The other ones I'm fine with.
Ditching 3 to get a water and a shard.
Earth and a shard for me.
Cool.
And
Uh,
I do have haste.
okay. Ah, I love this dude so much.
He is stanced.
He kind of looks like he's playing the cymbals, like the
Oh,
monkey.
dude. He's ready to blow your eardrums out. He's like, yeah.
I love it. I will not be attacking, as I'm sure you could guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you did, I'd be fine with it. I'd just counterattack. I'm coming in
Yeah, that makes
this
sense.
exact formation.
You get a crystal when Decay Distributor spawns too,
Ooh, I do. That's not a crystal.
causing my own demise. If we could just use the original side of the
Oh,
crystal, sorry.
my bad. It's just been a habit at this point.
Yeah, I get it. It's only when I'm recording, so that people can at a glance be like, "That's what that card is."
Got it.
Is this the formation?
It is indeed.
Okay.
The 0-7 standing alone.
Anything before blocks.
Negative.
Uh, I don't have great blocks. So I will not block.
All right, cool. Now I will do stuff.
Okay.
I will attempt to crystal this dude and crystal my other dude.
Okay.
That on the stack. I would like to counter it and draw a card.
I will let that happen.
Sports resorts. All right.
And then I will
How
take.
many ways do I get blown out here? I think it's just title reversion, maybe monkey, suppression field. It's not a lot of ways. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to Aether Child my Decay Distributor.
Ooh. Okay. I like seeing that.
I don't
So,
like that you like that.
I mean, it's just cool. I'm not saying it's good for me. This is before damage. So I would take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Just 12. It's a little bit of damage off the top.
Uh,
It's pretty good for turn 2, man.
I'm gonna Temporal Rift in response. Trigger Arcane Concentrator.
Yeah, that goes on the stack first. You will get the 4/4.
Yes, I would like to make a
This is
4/4.
one of the ways that I could get blown out that I was not unhappy with.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of trading a turn for a turn.
Yep. Okay.
So we'll do that. And then deployment, I will play Channeled Amalgam.
Nice. The card I always get confused with Tortuga.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was called back in the day. It was something weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So we survived that. So balanced basically like whatever
Well,
stat
that's
is
kind of gross.
bigger equalizes them. So this 07
So
would
let's
become
work
a
this out.
7/7.
Countered by Rift. Countered by Materialize. Resolving this. And then resolving this. I'm okay with this.
For this turn,
That's my entire hand gone in for one turn. But like it's gonna be a pretty sick turn.
that's terrifying to hear. For this
And
turn,
there's always a chance that you counter one of them with the jellyfish, and then I'm in a really good spot.
I can
Because
manufacture.
you only get a 6/6, and I can blow out a 6/6. Mwahaha.
Manufacture can make a 6/6 and turn this huge. Oh, sorry. Talking while commentating. Can make a 6/6 and turn this huge, which is pretty good.
Manufacture would be pretty bad, so I think I gotta have to attack.
I think Living Forge is pretty nice because I don't have 8 mana, so I can't go like 3/3/3. He could have Return to Nature to stop
Oh, wait.
Tides of the Cosmos.
I take it back. I had a sicker play.
Um, I don't think I need Tide Wraith. I don't think I need Singularity anymore. I think we're just going in. All right, I am ready. Pitching 3.
I don't know if you guys, if the YouTube saw that, but I accidentally bottomed the wrong card. So I took it back. I don't know
Oh,
if that's okay.
yeah, that's fine. This is
Okay, cool.
it's not the Pro Tour or whatever.
Alright, I will have haste.
Okay, I got a Metal and a Shard for mana.
This is gonna be sick as hell. Fast pile of rocks, grabbing a crystal.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Are you ready for this? I think you know exactly what's happening here.
I don't know what's happening next. I mean, I don't have any haste, so bring it
Okay,
in.
let's try to wipe your board.
Okay.
How do we do this in a meaningful fashion? I'm sorry, this is gonna take like an extra 2 minutes just making sure I'm playing around Rift properly.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. Just if you don't talk during it, then it edits it automatically, which is nice.
Okay, we got it.
Sick.
Alright, anything before blocks.
Anything before blocks, you say?
Not gonna let you get the jellyfish out for blocks.
I would say
I'll let you
nothing.
start this.
Nothing before blocks.
Okay, sick. Then I will first do my damage.
Wait,
Oh wait, no.
I
First you
I get to block and
get a
stuff.
chance to counterattack.
Block and counterattack. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay. So right now it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Not terrible. Okay, coming over here.
Okay.
I will take the 7 currently.
Yep. You take 7.
Okay, down to 23.
I will attempt to crystal my Graxlid.
I will let that go.
I will counter the crystal and draw a card.
Yep. Such a sweet card draw engine.
And then we move over here.
Yes.
Any Tides of the Cosmos before blocks?
No, nothing before blocks.
Okay, I will take my licks of 8,
Yep. I'll let 8 go through.
and then I will pay 1 mana to just take this guy off your hands. It's my Tortuga now.
Youpin, my boy. Am I okay with that?
You can Suppression Field or Monke. Those are your 2 options. Or Dematerialize, but I don't think you're gonna do that one. Same goes with Rift.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, so this is on the stack right now, targeting my guy. How many cards are in your hand?
I got 3.
3 cards in hand. Okay, I think I'm. This is on the stack. I'm gonna respond to Tides of the Cosmos.
Yeah, that resolves.
Okay, so Tides will go on the stack. Concentrator and Amalgam will go on the stack before it.
True.
So Amalgam will get 8 counters,
I will let that happen.
and then the Concentrator will make an 8/8. Then Tides. So I get the top 8 cards, choose up to 2 of them with total cost 8 or less, and play them now for free.
So you didn't have it in hand. Interesting. You didn't have any of them in hand? Oh my god.
Who needs them in hand when you could just Tides the Cosmos into them?
Alright, so I assume it's recall the 7 drop?
That's tempting. I could also Interdiction Rift and then Slink. That's much worse. Yeah, I think I like this. You are correct.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a big surprise here. Alright, so you get your 8 drop, and then you have the choice between letting me have the Tortuga or grabbing yourself another 8/8 next turn.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you are not going to choose to have another 8/8 next turn.
I mean, it makes Channel Amalgam bigger and stuff, but yeah, I
That's pretty
think
sick.
I will. So play this, make another 8/8.
Oh,
Then I will recall the Arcane Concentrator, and we'll each lose 2. And I am
yeah.
done over here.
Done over there. Going back to main. I got some stuff.
Casual 7/7.
Just casually. Then can make it a little bigger.
Casual 14/7.
Just a little bit.
Okay, let's do this. I think I have initiative now. Yeah.
Okay, so we know specifically that Rift is at the bottom of your deck and dematerializes. So I don't have to play around those 2 in specific.
Okay, this turn.
I have never been so sad to not have dematerialize. I mean, to not have piercing before. You have no idea, man.
I'm very excited, or wish I knew what you had.
Oh, this hurts my soul.
Okay, I think we're past the days of Arcane Concentrator being good. It did great work, but now we're moving on. Astral Tide Wraith is actually a pretty decent graft enabler. So, like, being able to trigger Recall and Overwhelm is pretty nice, so I do like that. Auric Ascendant plus Dreadwave Devourer can sort of dominate the late game. I'm a little worried about this Decay
Bottoming
Distributor
at
because
least
it's
2.
huge.
And I'll bottom a 3rd, I believe.
Deformant on 2 is good. I don't have any counters. Oh, I will have it with the robots, so I could
How many
wipe
cards will you have in
this
hand
mess.
after this?
I have to. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna have 6, but I'm probably gonna trade for mana, go to 5.
Damn. Tides of the Cosmos is strong.
It's a decent card for sure. I think I want to keep the Orc Ascendant because it lets me spawn tender again, which is so sick. So maybe I don't need Manufacture because that's just better. And
And 30 cards
then
is not a lot. I can actually narrow down the list that you have in your hand.
I could Living
I'll
Forge
take a
gives me
stab at it and say it's Brip, Riftwalker, Tidal Reversion. I wonder if you've shuffled yet. Suppression Field, Monke. Now you bottom the Monke. You seem like you bottom the Monke.
it's possible. It's possible. Um, I'm trying to decide if I want to get rid of Deformant because it could kill three of his tutus,
Also got Dreadweave in your hand. Alright,
but I
let's
don't
do
know
this.
how much I like. How many more tutus I could really worry about because my tokens are huge. I don't think I care that much. Okay, I'm gonna bottom three for mana.
Mana meaning you're trying to go for Dreadweave here, but what else? Dreadweave Living? How much is this? Yeah, it's Dreadweave
It's just
Dreadweave
another
Living
Tides of the
Forge.
Cosmos.
Oh, dude, I forgot about the tech of bringing two. Actually, kind of sick.
Yeah, it's underrated.
Legitimately, that'd be kind of hype if you got like a homie stock, but just like a homie second copy of a card.
I would like that. I mean, cube drafting with two copies of each card would be kind of fun.
It'd be wild for sure.
I have no haste.
I got no haste either. Are you gonna come over, or do I have to come over there?
So I'm at 21, you're at 20.
We're only at 21?
Yeah, because you hit me for a bunch on turn 3.
You'd be dead like 5 times over if I had Pearson. I'm so sad. I mean, I'd have to fight through the counters, but like, oh,
Think we're gonna come over with two 8/8s.
that's it?
And that's
Not the
it.
Tortuga.
Just the 8/8s.
Interesting. Very interesting. I don't have the crystal to put on the stack. Oh, that 1 point of toughness really matters. I also gotta do freaking math. Wait, you bottoms the rift. I don't have to worry about it.
Yes, Rift was bottomed, but I did reshuffle after I hit the bottom of my
Because you went
deck.
through 8 cards.
Yeah.
God damn it. Do I still have to play around? Oh, I hate that card with a fiery passion. It makes making turns so much worse. Alright. Back to the tank. Okay. This is about as good as I'm gonna get for playing around Rift.
Okay.
Fight targeting pile of rock and one of your 8/8s.
Okay, so fighting those two. So 8/8 will do 8 to the thing. He'll receive 2. Then you'll rockfall. Yep, that resolves.
Okay. Bam. We rockfall 4.
Rockfall 4. It could go down to 2. You're almost certainly going to target Decay Distributor. Put 4 minus counters. So I'm going to rockfall onto this Luminary.
Okay, the one that took 2?
Yeah, the one that took 2. So it has 6 damage marked on it.
Okay. I will put it on the Decay. And then that many 1/1 counter on target unit. Okay. And
Yeah.
then I will myrtleize the Luminary.
Okay.
Pretty good for a fight.
Yeah, not bad.
I will then. God, I have to play it around again. Back in the tank.
You just accept it.
I can't, cause then it's so much worse when you see it coming, but you know if you spent longer, you could have avoided it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I'm gonna tap 3 and cast Channeled Through.
Okay, so attempting to do 2 damage to each of your units. And then it would do 8 damage to my guy, essentially.
Yes.
And
For the
then,
viewers, it's because my Decay Distributor gets 2 damage, so I can throw 2 counters on his dude.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, it does 6 damage and then 2 minus to kill it. Let me do some math here. I'm actually okay with that.
Didn't fall for the jellyfish trap.
you
Damn
have
it.
you have Graxlid to counter it to draw.
I know.
So.
Come on, everybody else would have fallen for that. Um,
I invented the crack slid trick.
damn it! You usually use Soul Tide though. I thought it was safe.
Yeah, it's true.
Eliminating your 8/8,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and I'm not even sure if I could afford to attack now. Ugh, it would have been so much easier if you just fell for the trap.
You
No
could
attack.
no attack.
You can take your free 3 robots.
Sick.
Uh, all right. Main phase.
Main phase. So we're gonna go Auric Ascendant.
Oh no, that's worse. That guy's not only he's during main too, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. Then you have all those things. Yeah, I'm gonna go Living Forge, make a robot 2,
Oh, I was expecting the manufacturer here. You must have bottomed it early.
and then I'm gonna Auric Ascendant bounce the Spawn Tender,
That makes sense.
and it'll get
And the next turn you
plus
come
two
in with the
plus O.
flying huge.
Allegedly.
Okay, my main phase is gonna be real simple. You're gonna see what could have been.
Oh, okay. Who needs piercing with that dude?
Well, so like he was really sick, but there was other things I have in my hand that would have needed piercing. Like
Your
for instance,
initiative.
a fight or other such cards.
Yes. Okay, so this turn, don't need Rider of the Tides.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't need. Vaporwave Eidolon is pretty good
I'm taking a
with
picture of this
these
hand
things. Monke
so you
is
can see what could have been.
okay. That's fair. Monke is pretty good against what my opponent has going on.
Don't look at the chat. I'm gonna post it there for later.
Yeah, that works for me. Monke is actually very similar to Containment Protocol now that I think about it. If I preemptively Monke, it stops a lot of problems off Decay
All right,
Distributor.
let's kick it.
I have a couple
Um,
more things to get rid of.
lot of robots.
Uh, Maybe I don't need Vaporwave. I
Oh
think
wait, yeah,
Time
I
Wraith
gotta
is
get rid of stuff too.
better.
Forgot about that.
And then I have Monke and Suppression Field. Suppression Field here is actually better than Monke because this stops all of his and erases the things, and then this just becomes an O7, which is a lot less scary. So we'll do that.
I really don't want to get rid of this.
I'm gonna bottom 3 for uh another metal and a shard.
I'm gonna lose the game, but I'm gonna lose it with so much valor.
I'm very excited. Bring it on.
I got haste. Time to awaken the tomb.
Okay. Very sick.
Oh wait, I can move the um can I move the augmentation wherever I want in the stack as well?
Can I move the augment wherever you want in the stack?
If I were to add another augmentation.
So I officially changed the ruling for how balanced and tough works, and now it just works how you want.
Okay, so I could put them in any order and I could choose the order.
Balanced always applies at the end, basically.
Okay.
So if you applied tough to Decay Distributor, it would make it 014, and then balance would make it 1414.
I I kind of hate the fact that you knew exactly what I was thinking
It's the
before I
only
did it.
card in the game that like the ordering matters, basically.
God damn. I
helps to
think I
have
finally
helps to have
just got to
insider
your level.
knowledge.
Yeah, I think I finally just got to your level of understanding of this card game.
You'll get a crystal from that as well.
Oh, thank God, I forgot about that crystal. Okay, I can play around Rift now.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Your initiative.
If I don't come in, am I dead? Let's see. This is Rev Weed for 6. Metal Menace for 7. Oh, can you do both?
I think so.
How are you at odd mana?
I'm at 12, so I can't do both.
I'm having an aneurysm. I'm counting 7 plus 6.
Here, now they're all in groups of 2. Actually, this is even better. 3 sets of 4.
Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Can't do
3 sets of
both.
4. Alright, cool. Um, no attacks?
No attacks. Okay. Well, If you say so.
I am quite scared.
I mean, it's just a flying giant thing. I don't know what's the worst that could happen here. I will tank like this.
Okay. We do this before, but yeah, I do. Um, attempt to crystal Graxlid hold priority squish.
Okay.
I don't think was that 9 plus 7? 16. This is at 14 currently. You could bait out the other one too. I'm gonna do it to the Auroch Ascendant.
Orc Ascendant and which one?
Um, Awoken.
Awoken Tomb will do 5 damage to Orc Ascendant.
Yes, so if you gotta spend your bounce spell, you gotta do it on Awoken, not my decay.
Hmm. Okay. I will attempt to Dreadwave that and trigger the Amalgam.
Yeah, do it. I should have done it on the Graxlid. Oh, I didn't see the line. I'm so sad. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Am
So,
I? I'm not dead though, right?
we will see 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You're currently dead. Uh, wait, this is only 6. Um, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You're currently not dead, although I could Auric Ascendant the Dreadwave Devourer to kill you.
I'm just gonna assume that you're gonna homie stalk me, and we'll be fine. I'm going to block like this.
Wait, so this went over here, right?
Yeah, this fizzles.
Okay.
I think I actually won. I'm not gonna say I won this game because obviously you're gonna bounce the decay distributor, but I'm going to attempt to virus my dude.
Wait, so Deathglow Strider has powerful and tough. So it'll be a 2/6 that will do 12 damage to me. I'm currently okay with that.
Okay,
I'm okay with that. Before damage, I will attempt to activate the Ascendant and recall the Dreadwave Devourer, though.
and you win the game off of that.
Okay.
Uh, can I see what your hand was?
This was just recalled, so you can ignore that. But that
Is
was the
there a
hand.
chance here? I don't know. You didn't have the bounce spell at least.
Yeah, I bottomed a lot of stuff. I mean, Containment Protocol made me feel pretty safe because it stops kind of most scary stuff.
I mean, it doesn't stop any spells or anything.
Yeah, it's true, but it stops the triggered effect off of Meteor Shower, which is like the scary part, really. Um,
Yeah, I had to bottom that early. You could check the Discord now.
okay. And then Suppression Field, like, I mean, it's very good
Yeah.
against that guy.
I couldn't
Anyway,
play around everything here.
I'm gonna end the video there. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more Cube, let me know. We're drafting these quite a lot now. I'm having fun, so join the Discord and play with us. And thanks, Shady, for playing against me, and I'll see you guys next time.